Hi guys and girls, today I'm just going to talk through what to expect on test day really. If you're going with your mum and dad, not with a driving instructor, you may not know actually what to expect. So what's going to happen is you're going to turn up at the test centre 10 minutes before your test. Don't go any earlier than that. If you do go in earlier than that, you could interfere with someone else's test. Also, an examiner may come out and ask you to move on. Remember, that could then be your examiner, so not obviously setting the best impression. So don't go into the test centre until 10 minutes please before your test. If you've got bays in the test centre, make sure you reverse park into a bay. Always start the car reverse parked in. If you're starting at the side of the road like some test centres, that's fine, but please make sure you reverse park into a bay if you are going into an actual test centre. You'll then set up your car, make sure everything is acoustic for you on your test. Don't suddenly start mucking about with everything once you know the examiner gets in the car. Let's make sure everything is set before you go out. Obviously, if you get in the car and a mirror's dropped or something, make sure you move it. But ideally, you want to make sure that cockpit drill is all done and dusted before you go into the test centre. Once you're comfortable, I want you to go out your car and head into the test centre itself, taking your provisional licence with you. You won't need your theory test certificate anymore, as that has now ended. The pandemic as such has stopped, so they're not asking for your theory test certificate, but you will definitely need your provisional licence. You're going to sit in the waiting room, and then all of a sudden the examiner is going to come out and he's going to shout your name. Once you hear his name, you're going to be called up and you're going to be asked to sign a declaration. It's around insurance for the car, so please make sure you've got correct insurance for your car, and then obviously he's going to ask you to sign. Once you've signed, he's going to say to you, did you want anyone to accompany you? If you don't, you don't. If you want your mum, your dad, or your driving instructor to sit in the back, that's your choice. And then you're going to head off out with the examiner. He or she is then going to do a driving test eyesight test for you. You're going to be asked to read the number plate. And if you successfully do that, you're going to be told to go and wait in the car. He will say to you, don't switch the engine on, so make sure you don't switch the engine on. But get the key in the ignition so you're ready to rock and roll when he says so. He's going to walk around your car. Why is he walking around your car, do you think? He's looking for poor tyres and things like that, okay? So make sure before you go out on test, you check all your tyres, check the tread depths, check your engine coolant, check you've got screen wash in your car and the car is, you know, in good condition. Make sure there's no lights on the dashboard. If you've got any lights on the dashboard, they won't take you out on test. Once the examiner's done that, he's going to jump in the car and then he's going to ask you a tell me question. Remember, they're pretty easy, so make sure you learn them. There's nothing worse than an examiner asking you the question and you don't know the answer. So make sure you practice them tell me questions. He'll then say to you, do you want me to explain to you how the test is going to work? Obviously, you're going to say yes. Don't say no, it doesn't look good. All right, make sure you say yes and let him explain to you what he's going to do. Once the driving examiner has told you about the test, he'll then either set up the sat nav or he'll just tell you to drive on. Once you drive off, make sure you keep calm for the first 5 minutes and then off you go on your test. You're going to do various different types of driving. You're going to do some rural roads. You're going to do lots of roundabouts. You may do some dual carriageway driving. And you'll definitely do one of the 4 manoeuvres which you've been practicing with your mum and dad or your driving instructor. And you'll definitely, 1 in 4 persons, will be asked to do the emergency stop. Obviously, you're going to get a show me question while you're out and about as well. And then you're going to come back to the test centre. And then hopefully you're going to pass. Good luck, guys. Let me know if you pass.